Hi, my name is Wyatt Machupa, and this is my biomechanics poster for Lab 1. EMG measures during isometric fatigue with a hand grip dynamometer. Muscle fatigue has been shown to be a limiting factor in therapy settings when designing exercise programs and finding maximum voluntary contraction. Previous research has shown an increase in EMG amplitude with fatigue and a decrease in EMG frequency and muscle fiber conduction velocity. So the purpose of this study was to examine neural activity across extensors and flexors during isometric fatigue with a hand grip dynamometer. Researchers hypothesized that EMG amplitude would increase for flexors and extensors as muscles neared their fatigued state. 8 subjects were taken from the Doctor of Physical Therapy class of 2019. Students who volunteered were taken into consideration, and students who had wrist pain or latex allergies were excluded from the study. So maximum voluntary contraction was taken, as you can see in this video, and then the 25% of a student's maximum voluntary contraction was used as their isometric fatigue force. So measurements were taken every 15 seconds until 300 seconds or until the student reached maximum fatigue. Mean EMG measures were recorded and standard deviations were taken into account. Subjects showed a decrease in percent amplitude of peak EMG, and subjects 1, 7, and 8 dropped out before the 300 seconds was up. The current hypothesis was rejected due to a decrease in EMG amplitude with fatigue, and this was likely due to test subject dropout, which would have reduced the average EMG amplitude with each patient that dropped out. Previous findings show an increase in EMG amplitude with fatigue. However, there was one study found that showed a decrease in EMG amplitude and attributed this to large motor unit dropout with the fatigue of larger muscle fibers that we know fatigue more quickly. EMG amplitude can be used to determine whether or not a patient is at their true muscle fatigue value, and it can be used as a very nice objective measure when the subjective measures we see within our patients, such as psychological issues or pain, that may inhibit them from reaching true muscle fatigue. Understanding of how muscle fatigue works can be very useful when prescribing exercise for our patients and looking at their maximum voluntary contraction.